So let's talk about the first card that comes out. And the first house represents this first card right here, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The first house is how other people see you. The image that you project into the world is considered classically in astrology, the rising sign or the ascendant, pretty much the mask that you put on as you project your image into the world, okay? It might not be a reflection of how you feel internally, but this is just the way that other people perceive you. So first of all, we have here the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse indicates there is some type of a financial struggle that you have either overcome or you are dealing with right now. And a lot of the times with the Ace of Pentacles, as it pertains to like people, you know, getting new jobs, getting new types of employment, doing something part-time, or getting money in a way that is considered non-traditional. So it could be like even self-employment, selling your arts and crafts here and there in different locations, for example, in order to get money. But either way, it indicates a situation that might not be entirely stable. So your financial situation might fluctuate from month to month. So if you're working on a commission basis, for example, I do feel that it is a situation where financially you might, you know, have different earnings based on the month. So this is the way that people see you. On top of that, with the Ace of Pentacles, the Pentacles suit indicates practicality, reliability, and just somebody who is stable. When it shows up in the reverse position, there might be, people might perceive you as like being somewhat like unavailable. So this can be physically unavailable or emotionally unavailable. So they're having a difficult time understanding your motives. They're having a difficult time understanding even where you are, what's going on with you. So starting in January, we see you retreating a little bit. Okay, so disappearing from the social scene, and we see you as it relates to like family members, co-workers, and things like that. I feel you like retreating into your shell a little bit, okay? It's neither good nor bad, but we're going to go over the rest of the cards and see how they all link up together. Your second house deals with your money and your value system, and is represented by the moon in the reverse position. First of all, let's talk about your financial situation. Whatever you've been dealing with for this past year when it comes to hangups regarding financial dealings, when it comes to like hangups regarding, you know, even terms of contracts, how much you're making, how much your salary dictates, or how much commission you're making if you're working on a commission basis. With the moon in the reverse, it basically means, you know, some clarity regarding financial dealings, regarding how much money is coming through for you. And I feel overall a more stable financial situation. So whatever information you were waiting on, or whatever like uncertainty you were dealing with as it relates to your finances, it is clearing up for this month. So this is a very, very good card that indicates whatever confusion is basically, there is light shed on it so that you can move on, so that you can have the information you need, so that you can, you know, do a little bit more long-term financial planning. As it relates to your value system, the moon card, this is more of the maternal side. So whatever values that you grew up with, I feel that for many of you, it was transmitted through the maternal side of the family. So I feel a lot of people have, you know, very, very good positive relationships with the mother figure in your life. And I feel that, you know, she might have been somebody that really taught you all the things that you need to know. So in terms of value system, I do feel that a lot of you have taken on, you know, the values transmitted through from the maternal line of the family. And I feel that that has really guided your ethics, your moral code of conduct as you go through life. So in simpler terms, as it relates to like how values are being, I guess like, are being exercised in your life for the month of December, with the moon in the reverse, it's also coming into clarity, into a lot more like, getting a lot more a definitive answer as it relates to what we value, what we believe in, who and what we can trust in. Okay. So overall, a very, very good card. All right. The third house deals with siblings, and Communication. We have the world in the upright position. So first of all, as it relates to your siblings, a lot of you might be at a geographical distance from family members and especially your siblings. Okay. So a lot of you might have like ventured out on your own. Sagittarius love to travel. So many of you might not have settled in the, same environment or the same place that you grew up in. This is a card that indicates overseas travel too. So you might literally be overseas from a sibling or family members that you consider siblings. And for those of you who are single, you're like the single child, you're the only child within the family. The world basically indicates a person who loves to travel, who loves to expand their horizon philosophically or even geographically. So you might be, the one that breaks out of the norms and, settle far away from the family unit. They're also indicating a lot of blessings and a lot of help and a lot of assistance, financial or emotional assistance coming through from siblings as well. For many of you with siblings, I do feel there might be news and things like that. Plans to either visit a sibling or vice versa, they're coming to visit you from afar. So there's a lot of good, positive news regarding siblings. Those of you who are, like if your sibling is in school, this is indicative of like finishing up something in their lives, okay? They might be retiring. They might just be, planning those retirement trips, and vice versa. You could be in a position where, whatever changes is happening in their life, they're going to let you know about it. So you're getting a lot of positive energies coming through in the sibling house. Communication as well. This indicates, a lot of communication from people who might be foreign to you. So different cultural background, different ethnicities, different even language barriers. But I do feel this is a card that indicates like bridging the gap when it comes to communication and communicating in a way that is a lot more philosophical, that is less mundane and a little bit more, on the abstract front. Okay. So very positive card. The fourth house deals with the mother figure, and it also deals with the family unit that you grew up in as a child, the family unit you have created for yourself as an adult right now, or the family unit that you're hoping to one day create for yourself. We have here the sun. And the sun basically indicates a lot of joy, a lot of abundance in an environment, a lot of warmth and appreciation. So let me talk about the mother figure. I feel that many of you have a mother that is considered, very independent, somebody who is career goal oriented, somebody who is, they're courageous. And I do feel that there is almost an element of a mother figure who is quite either financially independent or very emotionally nurturing, emotionally warm. And it's somebody that you can really rely on in order to help you through life. So for example, you might have a mother that really, inspires you to finish school. She might have provided the means for you to get through life, finish school. And whenever you might have hit hard times, she might be available for you with financial assistance, or she might, steer you towards a career track, or she might serve as a mentor to guide you in some way to achieve some aspirations of yours as it relates to your public image and your career. With the sun in the fourth house, in the literal sense, it can also be, growing up in an environment that is very warm, where there are a lot of people around, and it's just, a warm, vibrant, welcoming type of atmosphere. And I feel like a lot of you have a lot of support. Even those with parents that might have passed away, or especially the mother that might have passed away, I do see there is a lot of, I want to say like spiritual support from beyond, in order to steer you in the right direction as it relates to your career. Okay. You're getting a lot of spiritual guidance coming through for this month. So it is really important for you to, heed whatever advice, intuitive messages that are coming through for you in your waking state or in your sleep state, so that you can steer yourself towards your career. Your career house is highly, highly lit up, and it's very strong. So if you're in a job where, you feel as if you're not happy, or you feel like there's lack of security, to move forward with a career path that you can imagine yourself being in the long run, okay? Because you have some divine protection, you have some guidance, spiritual guidance, and you have, a lot of opportunities that will be made available as it pertains to your public image and your career. I feel that some of you might have a mother figure that works in a very, very public environment. She might have a wide following. She might have, some fame and fortune associated with her. All right. So positive card. Also, just a reminder, watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and then your moon sign. OK, because it follows the 12 houses of the, astrological natal wheel. We start with the first house, which is your rising. So watch your sun sign and then your rising. All right. Let me see the family environment. So I feel like there's a lot of welcoming energy, and I do feel overall that the house environment, there is abundance. Okay. There's discipline, but there is abundance, to be had in the housing environment that you're in. They're also indicating luck coming through, financial assistance, even coming through from, family members. So that is, if you have, whoever you're living with, there's some luck coming in, good news coming through, luck coming through, fortune coming through in your environment as it relates to family. So it's very positive. Now this is the fifth house. The fifth house rules creativity. It also rules the house of children. We have here the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. I do feel for those of you who have children, your own children, there's a little bit of a values differences between you and your children. I do feel children tend to be a little bit stubborn, a little bit headstrong, and there might be a little bit of an ego clash between what you want them to do versus what they want to do with their lives. So once again, I see like this might be a little bit of a sore spot, especially for those with children. The Four of Pentacles, as an advice, it urges you to, release expectation, release outcome, and to, rectify or come to terms with the fact that they are living their own lives, and it's really important for you to support them however they decide to do it. I feel that some of you might have very, very quirky children with, with like alternative views of the world. And I feel like they might just be very non-traditional. They might want to kick up the norms, and they might not, abide by social norms and social expectations, or even your own expectations. So it's really important to, live and let live, and to let them proceed however they feel is appropriate for their lives. Okay. As it relates to fun, recreation, and things like that, how you entertain yourself and how you find enjoyment in life, as well as the things that you just, gravitate to as it, when you seek emotional fulfillment, or when you seek like recreational activities. The Four of Pentacles, once again, is a card about upturning expectations. So whatever preconceived notions we have held on to, I feel that many of you are going to be breaking out of your norms as to how you entertain yourself. So this is a card about, holding on very, very tightly to our finances and our value system. This is a card about releasing it. This is a card about, softening up, not being too rigid or too stubborn, and exploring and, finding new ways, alternative ways of entertaining ourselves, or alternative ways of doing things out of the norm, I feel. So, I feel a lot of you are breaking out, interacting with people who might be very, very different from you, which is always good. It brings a different perspective. And in the process of interacting with other people who might be very different from you, they are somewhat like dismantling, not in an abrupt way, but they are somewhat dismantling some of the preconceived notions that you might have held, okay, which is good. It's always good to, see other people's point of view and to be either challenged or convinced otherwise when we interact with other people. The Four of Pentacles as well is letting go of old ways, like releasing, he's no longer hanging on tightly, he's releasing maybe unhealthy ways that you might have entertained yourself in the past, such as escapism, reverting to unhealthy habits in order to fulfill some type of a void. So this is pretty much about releasing some habits, releasing some people. If you find yourself like constantly going out with, the same type of people, but doing something you don't necessarily enjoy, I feel a lot of you are releasing that coming into this new year. Now, the 6th house deals with work, health, and your daily routine. There's going to be some disruption to the daily routine, okay? And I feel overall, Sagittarius, you're not somebody who is very fixed in you don't have like a specific, schedule that you abide by. But for those of you who might have like a strict schedule where, you either go to work at a certain time, then you go home and then you go to the gym. Like if you had a very, very fixed routine, if everything in your life is like, routinized somewhat, as much as possible, routinized, there is going to be some disruption in your routine. So this usually indicates, spending the majority of January either shifting around a lot, moving around a lot, or there is going to be something unusual in the routine as it pertains to, things that you do on a regular basis. As it pertains to work, once again, I feel that some of you are doing, finding other ways to make money, or you're doing something that other people would classify or consider like an unconventional mode of employment. The Hierophant in the reverse, this is a card about order and structure and stability. When it shows up in the reverse, it basically means overturning all of that. So for example, if we as a society consider a regular 9-to-5 job, for example, as, something that is a little bit more conventional, I do feel a lot of you are finding alternative methods of doing that is different. So that is unique, that is different, and that is consider unconventional. Unconventional is not always bad. It's just, you have your own creative flair. A lot of you might be working remotely. A lot of you might be working like self-employed, or even working without a base salary and just purely on a commission basis. So I do sense unconventionality as it relates to how you make money and the work environment that you're in. What I'm also feeling when it comes to health situation as well. The Hierophant, this is showing up here. It's a major arcana card, so it is a little bit important. It's really important beginning of the year anyways to do some, overall like do a thorough screening when it comes to your health. So if you have the capabilities to do that, try to get that done, okay? I'm inclined to say that when it comes to the Hierophant, which indicates like structure and things like that, look into, bone issues, back pain, and things related to like the structure, the physical structure of the body. Okay. So doing some, getting a session with the doctor or even like a chiropractor to realign your whole body, or doing some like chakra clearing or chakra realignment meditation, that is also going to be good for you. And with the Hierophant reverse, it's also, resorting to alternative methods of healing in order to alleviate some type of health issue as well. Okay. Now, the 7th house deals with your relationships and partnerships. So this can be partnerships in love, romance, or a business partnership. We have the Knight of Cups, and I believe one of the signs, I believe it might have been Capricorn or Aquarius that have the same card. So we have the Knight of Cups. This is a card about a love offer coming through for you in the romance sector as it relates to, romantic partnership. So this is a water sign. This could literally be a person that you are dealing with, involved with in a relationship right now. This is a water sign, a sun, moon, or rising, Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. This is somebody who is coming through. They are a little bit shy, and I do feel that it either comes in as a peace offering or an offer, a big, big, big gesture of love and appreciation, okay? So a very positive energy. This is a person that is a little bit shy. They're not like, They're not a very assertive type of a person, but this is not just somebody that you're dating. I feel that this is somebody that many of you are physically, like romantically involved with, and they are a little bit skittish. They're a little bit shy, and they do take a really long time to make up their mind. So that might be a little bit of a cause of frustration for some of you, because you are a fire sign, you're a cardinal sign. You're very I feel like you're very like proactive, and this person is a little bit more reactive. They need to gauge your they need to assess your actions in order for them to react. So just be very patient with this person as it relates to work partnerships as well. And I feel like work partnerships and people that you are either linked up with financially somehow in a business. This is also a really, really good card that indicates, smooth transactions and smooth dealings with partners overall. So very positive card. New ideas coming through from partners. Okay, so business partners and even romantic partners. So if you've had problems in the past with a romantic partner or even a romantic or even a business partner, there's going to be some peace offering, mutual agreement, and even contracts signed, new contracts being signed, and it's going to really make you feel quite emotionally stable. Okay, so there's a lot of support overall for the month of January coming through from a partner, business or romance that is a water sign: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, their sun, moon, or rising. Give me just 1 second here. So I'm looking at the Suit of Cups, and it's linked up here with the 12th house. So usually when I read this spread, I think about, which sector it links up with. And the 12th house deals with things that are in your environment that you're not really sure of. So for example, if you're not really sure if you can trust your partner, I do feel that this is somebody who has good intentions, has a good heart, and they can come through for you when you need them. Okay. So there's going to be some type of emotional support and outpouring of love coming through from a partner. So if you've been kind of like on the outs with them and you're not really sure where you stand with them, I do feel there is some coming together with a partner. So the 8th house deals with joint finances, and it's a house of sex, death, rebirth, and regeneration. It's a little bit complicated, but it's considered a psychic house. And as it relates, just for simplicity's sake, when we're dealing with this spread, I'm going to look at this house as purely, joint finances. I feel that a lot of you, if you are financially linked up with another person, I feel that you are bearing the weight of the responsibilities in that union. So this is you, the Suit of Wands, showing up as being inundated, having a lot of things on your plate, having many, many, many things to take care of, either expenditures, obligations, and things like that. So you might have felt like you were very alone and stuck in, having to uphold all the responsibilities. And if this is something that is coming in for January, or it has been a problem in the past, it is really important in this month to take care of it and have a discussion about who's chipping in order to, maintain balance in that relationship. Because if this is something that keeps going on,